Welcome to the 2024 IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. We are live from Austin, Texas on day 4 of this fantastic competition. My name's Joe Whiteley. I am here with the one and only Gary Williams.
10 seconds away.
And we will be bringing you all the action in this open class 69 kilo and then following on to the men's 93 kilo class.
Yeah, it is going to be an incredible afternoon of lifting. I mean, we've got some multiple world champions in one flight.
And we are already underway with Chloe Liebeck, Australia. She is going to open her account with an 80 kilogram bench press.
Yeah, and Australia with a really big team here this year.
And they have a really big team of supporters in the crowd as well.
They certainly do, and they've had a lot of success this week so far as well.
Nice and easy for Chloe there. 3 white lights, and that's a good lift. She is on the board.
I stand corrected. It's 87.5 for Samantha Fung. Bar is loaded.
That was a really solid press. That's what you want your opener to look like. Nice and easy. It gives you confidence going into the rest of the competition.
Yeah, look, and so many lifters here this week in their first ever international as well. Chloe being one of those.
You need to get behind her right now.
Here's Samantha Fung, Canada. She's looking for 87.5 kilograms for her opening lift. Now, she just missed the podium at the 2023 World Bench in Sun City.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it.
Let's see what she can do today.
It's a tough class too to get on the podium today as well. Some very, very big lifters.
That is a good lift.
3 white lights. We have 3 referees arrayed around the platform. Each one of them gives a vote on whether the lift is good or bad. And 2 white lights is good enough. 2 red lights is a fail.
27 years old, and she works as a nurse.
Here's Yulisa Nunez, Mexico. Now, I don't think she's lifted at World Bench before. I think this is her very first international.
Yeah, I certainly don't recall seeing her in South Africa last year.
87.5 kilograms on the bar. That's a little bit short of 193 pounds.
That is a good attempt. 3 white lights. Please raise the bar to 92.
She's off to a good start. It's a nice way to get your account open.
Ready for Stephanie Berkheimer of the United States.
We move up to 92.5 kilos now, 204 pounds for Stephanie Berkheimer, USA. She's got 60 seconds from bar loaded being called to get in the start command. She's making good use of that to set up.
And the lift is good for Stephanie.
Yeah, 3 white lights. It's a good starting lift.
It is loaded and ready for Louise Bray.
Not too much trouble for it.
Another lifter at her very first international. This is Louise Bray, Great Britain, looking for 92.5 kilos to open her account.
So many new lifters here this week. It's absolutely fantastic to see the growth of the sport.
Really nice.
Easy opening lift, and that's exactly what you want for an opener.
Absolutely. You definitely don't want any drama on your opening bench.
Bar is loaded for Charlotte McPherson.
We have another Brit out next. It's Charlotte McPherson. Now, she took the bronze medal in Sun City last year.
Yeah, she's still in touch here. I mean, we've got some really solid top runners here, but 95 keeps her in touch. And she's going to have to be very strategic.
Not super fast, but definitely well within her capability.
Yeah, like it wasn't a quick lift, but I mean, Not
of
all
Canada.
lifters are quick lifters as
Bar
well.
is loaded and ready for Kylie.
I mean, it never looked in trouble at
She's
all.
25
It didn't
years
look
old,
difficult.
been competing 2
Yeah, kept her
years.
position really well. Here's Kylie Morrison. She has 100 kilograms on the bar. That's 220 pounds.
Very easy
And
opener.
that lift is good.
Three white lights again. It is
Raised
great to see these
110
lifters get their
kilos
opener
for
on the board.
Catherine Forsberg. Bar is loaded for Catherine. 28 years old, she hails from Denmark.
Here's Catherine Forsberg, Denmark, for 110.
It's certainly not her first international.
Ah,
She hasn't got a lot under her belt.
She was the silver medalist last year.
She's certainly in the running for the medals today. She's going to get this one on the board first.
She took the silver medal last year with 110. Here she's opening with it.
And a good opener too.
That is a good lift. 3 white lights. Please raise the bar to 115 kilos for Andrea Petric of Croatia. Bar is loaded for Andrea.
You can see the leg drive. She timed that
Yeah,
really
that was
well.
a really good
In her
angle too. You can
27
see her
years,
legs
she has
really
lifted
push
10 of
in
them, competing
and
in
drive
Croatia.
through the body.
Here we have our defending world champion. This is Andrea Petrek, Croatia. And she's looking for 115.
And she's certainly going to have a work cut out for her today.
We're over 250 pounds now.
And Maren Carlson from Sweden is really going to take the fight to her, I think.
Carlson on deck. Liebeck 3 out.
She was very close to timing out there. We could hear the
Certainly
clock
was.
counting down.
Lift 2 to 1.
Now,
Get
she
the
has
red
a,
card.
you can see the red light. It has a little red
Our
mark
next
under it.
lifter
All the
is
different reasons of failure have a colour code to them.
Elsa
So this is on
Betty
elbow
Carlson.
depth.
Bar is loaded.
The bottom of the elbow must be at least parallel to the middle of the shoulder joint.
Jury,
jury
The
has
jury
overruled
has
that one.
overruled.
Last lift.
We have a 3-man jury, and if it's a 2-1 decision, they can overrule. They have all the different angles and replays, so they can see what the referees didn't see.
Liebeck on
So that
deck.
was no
Nunez,
lift for
3 out.
Petrek. Already on the platform, we have Elsa Marin Carlson. Now, she was the junior world champion last year. Moved up to the open now. And that's 117, looking like nothing
That
at
is a
all.
good lift.
And I tell you, I
3
think
white
she's going to be
lights.
setting her mark in the opens here.
Please rate. We are going to 85 kilos starting the round over. Chloe Liebeck is our lifter. The bar is loaded. She is from
It's an
Australia.
awfully quick round.
So these are
We
the
are
standings
into
as we have them
round
right now.
two
Elsa
action,
Marin
folks.
Carlson on 117 and a
Please
half.
keep the applause
Catherine
coming.
Forsberg on 110. Morrissey on 100. Round 2 is already underway, and here's Chloe Liebeck, Australia,
Nunez on
for
deck.
85
Thumb,
kilos.
3 out.
It's going to be tough too. There's not a lot of rest here. It's a really fast round. Very little recovery time between lifts, and you're going to have to be very strategic in thinking about that.
That slowed her down just a touch. I
That
think she's
lift
still
is a
got
good
more in the
lift.
tank.
Yeah, I think there's
Please
still a
load the
90 in
bar
the
to
tank.
92.5 for Ulissa Nunez.
Honestly,
Bar
I've never
is
seen a
loaded for
platform crew move
Ulissa.
this fast. They are lightning
Fung
quick. Before the
on
lifter had
deck.
left the stage, the
Gray
platform crew
is
had
3 out.
loaded for the next lifter. And here is the next lifter, Ulissa Nunez, Mexico. 92.5 kilograms on the bar.
Oh, she's just...
That's a struggle.
That is a no lift.
You know, I wouldn't have thought the 5 would have been too much after watching her first lift. I've seen the replay. I mean, it may have been a timing issue, not a weight
95
issue.
kilos for Samantha Fung.
The set was
Bar
good.
is loaded for Samantha. Bray is
Oh, I
on
think
deck.
it was the way she
I think
timed
you
it.
could be right. It's a very
McPherson
technical lift.
Is 3 out.
And if you don't hit it just right when you're right up against your maximum, it's not going to go. Samantha Fung, 95 kilos. Lifter is using blocks just to raise the platform.
Yeah, so we've got three sets of blocks at different heights.
That is a strong attempt for Samantha. It is good.
Now,
2-1.
she's drawn a red
Our
card
next
failure
lifter,
as well from the centre
Louise
referee.
Yeah, we should see the replay from the front.
97.5 is loaded and ready. McPherson on deck. Bergheimer,
Well,
left arm. Well, she's tucked in quite a
It's a
long
hard
way,
one to
so
call that one because she does tuck in.
it's overruled. That was a
Jury
no
has
lift. The jury has
the
overruled.
last attempt. That was a no lift.
Louise Bray is on the platform right now for 97 and a half.
For fun.
This will move her up one. Currently sitting in fifth. That was a nice second
Yeah,
Yeah,
attempt.
that was good. I mean, if you can finish in the top 5, top 6 in the World Championships, that's an incredible achievement. We're talking about the best in the world here.
McPherson of Great Britain. Bergheimer is on deck.
Kept that in really
Morrissey,
good control.
3 out.
Kept her chest
Bergheimer
high.
on deck. Morrissey,
Rewarded
3 out.
with a strong press. Charlotte McPherson, Great Britain. 100 kilos on the bar, 220 pounds.
Charlotte made an easy 95 on her opener. Going to 100.
Yeah, made that look easy.
The lift is good. 3 white lights for Charlotte McPherson.
And she's been out the back coaching all week as well,
She
I
has.
think.
Yeah, she's coached nearly every session. And that takes it out of you emotionally as much as physically, because you're giving everything to the lifter. She even scooped up a lifter who had no help from Hong Kong
Yeah, that's right.
and coached him for the rest of the session. Stephanie Berkheimer,
Do we
USA.
have any Stephanie Berkheimer fans
100
with us
kilos.
here today?
I mean, a 100 kilo bench press is a solid lift in any gym anywhere in the world.
And this is the 69 kilogram class. All these ladies have weighed in underneath 69 kilos.
That's a good
She's,
lift.
about
3 white lights.
153
Please raise
pounds.
The bar to 105 for Kylie Morrissey. Bar is loaded and ready.
And
She
that
is
takes
from
Berkheimer
Canada.
up to third place for
Forsberg
now,
on
with
deck.
2 lifters still to
Petrie,
respond.
3 out. Forsberg on deck.
Here's Kylie Morrissey, Canada. 105 on the bar.
Kylie opened up at 100. She's taken a 5 kilos.
This will move her past Berkheimer into third place.
Oh, that's pushing the edge of the envelope now.
It
She's
is. The right arm really lagged on that.
She's getting to a limit.
If you see a front view replay of that,
Catherine Forsberg. Bar is loaded and ready.
then you'll see she comes down
Petrie
level,
on deck.
but the right arm
Carlson,
just
3 out.
lags behind a little bit.
It looked better in the replay than it
It
did in
did.
in the live.
Catherine Forsberg now, she's right on plan with 115. Sitting in second place, but of course Petrek hasn't got a lift in yet.
Yeah, and it's a tough field. I mean, Aaron Carlson right at the top there. She's putting in a 122.5 for a second.
That's huge. She's the junior world record holder, I think.
Oh, that was a great lift from
That
Forsberg.
is a good lift. 3 white lights.
She knows it too.
The weight remains at 115. It is loaded and ready for Andrea Petric of Croatia. Bar is loaded.
So
missed
this is
on her
Andrea
opener.
Petrek. She
Gonna
had
retake
her
it.
lift overturned by the jury last time for lack of elbow depth. The bottom of the elbow must be at least parallel with the center of the shoulder joint.
Yeah, let's see if she can make the adjustments needed. Very difficult to do mid-competition.
And of course she has to obey the referee's command at every point. So she will take the bar out to arm's length when she is fully set up. Then she gets the start command, the press command, and then the rack command from the referee. Basically, don't do anything until the centre referee tells you to.
And she gets 3 whites on that one, so she'll breathe a sigh of relief.
So I think she sank a little bit further into the chest.
Bar is loaded. She is 24 years old, been competing 7 years.
One lift remains in the second round, and it's Elsa Marin Karlsson.
That's a monster of a lift. I think if she puts this away, she is going to be pretty difficult to catch. I mean, Forsberg going to try and peg her down, but it all comes down to how fast this lift is and how much she's got left in the tank for a third.
Well, this is 122.5. She's gone up 5 kilos from her opener, which was really strong.
Oh, that's slowed her down a bit. I think she mistimed a
has.
little
I
bit
think
as
she
well.
did.
And she's got 2 reds. That's a no lift.
So the side referees have given a yellow card failure. There's a multitude of sins covered by the yellow card. So if we get a side replay from that, okay, we're not going to see the
Well, you
side
can see the
replay.
hips really lift from that view there, which suggests her butt probably came off the bench.
I think so. So the rules say that your butts must stay on the bench and your head and your feet must stay flat on the floor. So Karlsson leads from Petrek from Forsberg.
She is 2 for 2, trying to go perfect on the day.
Here we are already in the third round. This is running like lightning, and we have Chloe Liebeck for her final lift of 87.5. 193 pounds.
Now, I don't have the data in front of me, but I'm pretty sure she has the Australian
Very
record,
nicely done. The lift is good.
or perhaps
I
a
think-
junior
Go to
record.
That was the
92.5 for
absolute
Yulissa
perfect
Nunez.
number.
Bar is loaded for Yulissa
Very
of
well
Mexico.
selected final attempt there.
She is attempting to go from 9th to 8th place.
So here's Yulissa Nunez, Mexico, for 92.5. She missed this on her second, Gary. We think she might have just mistimed
Yeah,
it.
it really did look like she mistimed off the chest. Looked like it bobbled a bit as she went to press it. When that happens, you lose your tightness, you lose your timing. She was a lot stiller on the chest there, but it's just still too much.
Let's give her
It was a
nice round of
better effort, but it wasn't quite
Our
there.
next weight is 95 kilos for Samantha Fung of Canada. Bar is loaded for Samantha.
So Samantha Fung for 95. Missed this last time out. Was it
She is
overturned for
attempting to go
elbow
from
depth, Gary?
10th to 8th
I think this
place,
one
ladies
was.
and gentlemen.
So she's just going to have to sink it a little bit further. Okay, so there was an issue with the height of the rack. The clock has been reset, so it was a platform error. If it was a lifter error and they'd asked for the wrong number, it would have to come out of their 60 seconds. But we've reset the clock for the lifter. She's got loads of time.
Well,
Beautiful
speed was
attempt.
good.
The lift
Referees,
is
we've
good.
still got a red
Let's
card
go to
there for
100
elbow depth.
kilos for Louise
So
Bray.
can we see
Bar
a
is loaded.
replay from the front,
She is
and
from
we can
Great
take a
Britain.
look at those elbows.
2 for 2 thus far.
I think she tucks her elbows
Yeah.
in a long way, so that makes it look higher than it
100
would
kilos
otherwise, I
will
think.
take her from 7th to 5th place.
Louise Bray now for 100 kilos, and that's a great benchmark number, isn't it? First time you hit 100 kilos on the platform.
Yeah, you do, and you have all those sort of benchmarks along the way, the 100, the 140, because it's 3 plates, the 200, or the 180 and the 200.
Very controlled descent. That was a great
That is a
lift for
picture
Louise
perfect
Bray.
attempt. The lift is good. 102.5 is loaded and ready for
Moves her up to
Charlotte
fifth,
McPherson.
but we have
Bar
two
is
lifters
loaded.
looking to come
She is
past.
from Great Britain.
The first of those is Charlotte McPherson for 102.5.
She will try to slide into fifth place.
Yeah, I
with
think when we get to these
102.5.
top lifters, we'll see a few changes going in because, of course, with bench only, we've got 2 attempt changes for the last lift, so you can be a little strategic.
Usually once you put your attempt in, there is no changing it, but in the third round of bench, you can get into a little bit of a battle. $102.5 kilograms. And that's
Yeah,
not
just
quite
a bit
there
too
for
much.
Charlotte.
Let's give it up for Charlotte McPherson.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what
Weight remains
Forsberg and
at
Mara Carlson
It
do
is
because they both put in
loaded and ready
122.5, but
for
Forsberg's a little bit
Stephanie
heavier, so
Berkheimer of the United States.
she will have to outlift her.
Now I spoke to Catherine Prue went out. She was expecting to go for 117.5 for a new PB, but it looks like she's feeling good and she's going to challenge for the gold. Here's Stephanie Berkheimer, USA. 102.5 to move ahead of Louise Bray.
Oh, she's had to work for it, but she put in the fight and she got it there with 3 whites.
And that was a great descent. The centre referee won't give you the press command until that bar is motionless on your chest. And she took it down really quickly and stopped it dead.
That was an absolute textbook
Yeah,
descent,
really good.
wasn't it?
Solidly in fourth
Kylie
place.
Morrissey. Now she's sitting in 4th place. This won't move her position. The top 3 are a little bit out of range. 107.5 on the bar.
Oh, it was just a bit too
That
much.
is a no lift for
It looked
Kylie.
like it on the way down
Bar
too, that it was going to be a bit too much.
117.5 for Andrea.
4th place at the World Championships. That's not so bad.
Not bad at all, is it?
Andrea is our silver medalist.
I'd be pretty happy with a
attempting
finish like
To
that.
go for the gold right here, folks. There are no more changes for the next flight.
So,
That window is
Catherine
closed.
Forsberg has changed her final attempt to 120. So this will be Andrea Petrek. She is
Right
the
now,
defending
Andrea Petrick
champion.
will take 117.5.
And she is lighter than
Going
Marine
for
Carlson,
the gold.
who has 117 on the board. So the lighter body weight at the same weight lifted will take the advantage. This is for the gold. Of course, if Petrek gets into first place, there are still 2 lifts to go.
All you can do is give yourself opportunities in the sport. Stick to your plan. Wow.
It's up. Is it
That was
good?
tough off
You
the
bet
chest, but
we
she
have a
accelerated
new
through the
winner, ladies and
triceps, didn't she?
gentlemen.
3 white lights and
We're
she
gonna go to
moves
120.
into the lead.
Bar is loaded for
Well,
Catherine
she's given herself
Forsberg of
every
Denmark.
opportunity. All she can do is sit back and wait.
She's done her job.
To
It's
take
the
the
job of the other
lead.
lifters to try and get
She is
past.
currently our
And here's
bronze
Catherine
medalist,
Forsberg. This will be a 5 kilo personal best.
trying to leapfrog Petrick for the gold medal right here.
This will get past Petrek, and Marin Carlson will have 1 chance to respond. This is huge for Forsberg.
Oh, just a bit too much.
Hey, let's give it up for
You know,
her.
she's still on the podium. It was worth a try. She didn't want to shoot for silver medal. She wanted to shoot for gold, and you have to respect that.
Yeah, look, you've got to give yourself every chance, and at a World Championships event, you might only get 1 chance in a lifetime.
She will attempt to go from the silver medal to
1
the
lift
gold.
remains in the women's session, and it's Marin Carlson for 122.5. Now, she didn't make this on her
Anybody
second, but with
from
a world
Sweden, if
title
you're
on the
with us
line,
today, clap
that
your
gives you a
hands
bit
right
of
now
extra
for
impetus.
Elsa.
Oh, she's got the muscle there. Did her butt stay on the bench?
It did not.
That
Well,
is
let's take a look at
no-lift
the
for
side
Elsa.
view replay, if we've got it.
It looks like we don't have that
Our first
replay,
weight will be 80 for the men's open.
but it
Yeah, you
did
can see her
look
hips
like her
lift
hips
right up
came up.
there.
Your butt
9 and
must
5
remain
on
in
the
contact
heights.
with the bench throughout the lift.
We're just about
That's a
to
real
start
shame, but
the
that
men's
gives us-
open 93.
Petrek takes the win at 117.5. Marion
Wait for
Carlson
our
takes the
graphics
silver,
to catch up.
also at
Ladies and
117.
gentlemen, you sounded fantastic. Please keep the applause coming. We have went so fast we've outran our computer. There we
And
go.
we move straight into
Bars
the
loaded,
men's
80
competition.
kilos for Orlando Palomino.
We have the 93
Of
kilo
Peru.
class coming up.
And this is going to be one heck of a class, isn't it?
I've been looking
He is
forward to
30
this all
years
week,
old,
Gary.
Been competing 5 years, works as a trainer.
We have 3 world champions vying for dominance.
To give you an idea of how strong these guys are, the current open world record is 245.5 kilos. The Masters 1 world record's not far behind that at 234.5.
And Orlando Palomino from Peru has
That's a good
already
lift for
put in his
Orlando,
opening
low
lift of
bar
80 kilos,
135
made short
for
work of
Angel
that.
Dominguez. Bar is loaded, 132.5. He is from the country of Panama.
Here's Angel Dominguez, Panama, for 132.5.
Oh, great lift.
In his very first international competition, and he's on the board.
Our lifter is Gabriel Schmidt of Brazil. Bar is loaded for
Brazilian
Gabriel.
lifter is out next for
He is
160
27
kilos.
years
It's
old.
Gabriel Schmidt.
Been competing 3 years, and his job is he is a doctor.
Training must have gone very well. He finished on 157.5 at last year's event, opening 160 today.
Yeah, that's solid progress.
Look, he's got quite a narrow foot position there. He's actually gripping the bench with his legs.
Working
And
well.
with the good 3 white lights,
And you
weight
can see the
remains at
speed of our
160.
platform
It
crew
is
working
loaded
there.
and
They're
ready for
absolutely
Isaac
phenomenal.
Flores
And that was a good lift.
of Mexico.
Ejak Flores next. Here he comes all the way from Mexico, looking for 160 kilos to open his account.
Yeah, it's quite a big team for Mexico this year.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest team I've ever seen at World Bench. That was super easy. He's got a lot more there. I expected to see him take maybe a 10 kilo jump up to his
Yeah, I
neck.
wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's got a personal best of 172.5.
Loaded for David.
Being handled there by a world champion as well,
He's been
Jesse Reyes.
And gives a wave to his fans in the crowd there. The Australians are always noisy spectators, and we love it. This is David Hoffman for 165.
Oh, great opener.
That was super quick.
And the lift is
He had quite a low touch point on his chest.
Got long arms as well, so it's a bit tougher.
Yeah.
And I mean, we saw earlier today one of the junior 93 kilo men finish fourth.
Australia.
Yeah, that's right on the bottom of his rib cage. Unusual touch point. Here's Patrick Gregorowski, Australia, for 165 again. That's about 364 pounds. Easy.
Yeah, good lift selections from the Australian team, and I mean, this is a new Australian team at international events. A lot of them are the first time doing really good lift selections throughout the week.
It is a good lift.
Next out, it's Jakob Rees Nielsen, Denmark. Now he's done one competition before.
Of Denmark.
He was junior European champion in Merignac last July.
Been competing
And
in
he does
fourth of
hold a
his
record
life.
somewhere as well, but I think that might be a national record at 196.5.
I think so, yeah. He benched 192 at the European bench last year, opening with 190 here. All our weights are in kilograms. The IPF runs all its competitions in kilograms.
That is a good lift, I believe.
We are just waiting for the referee's
Referee, if
verdict.
you could give us the thumbs, that is a good
And that's
lift.
3 white lights
We
and a
move
good
on
lift.
to Ryan Baylark, 190, bars loaded. From the United
We
States.
have Ryan Baylock out for his first attempt of 190 kilos.
Now, I don't think he's competed before. As a lad built like that, I'm pretty sure I remember him.
I think you're absolutely right. This is his very first international competition. Always a nervous lift, your very first one on the international platform.
He's got off to a good start, though.
He
3
handled
whites.
it really well.
Bar is loaded. Kashire comes from Canada. He is 31
Canadian
years
lifter
old,
out
been
next, it's
competing
Kasia
Canada.
Fazam. Looking for 195 kilos.
Another first international, I believe. I would definitely remember a name for Zam.
We have nearly 1,000 athletes lifting this week at the World Bench. Just having a little bit of difficulty with the referee's lights, but that is
That's
3
good
white
lift.
lights and a
Weight
good
remains
lift.
At 195. Bar is loaded for Marco Piedith-Kraus of Germany.
Here's Marco Piedeth Krause, Germany,
36
for
years old. He
195.
earns his living as a taxman.
Looks like they've got the lights sorted out now.
Strong looking attempt.
Solid looking opener.
Yeah,
The
good
lift
opener
is
that one.
good. Raise the bar to 200 kilos. Our lift
We're up to
bar
that
is
magic
loaded.
200
Our lifter
now.
is Kim Beck Gunderson of Norway.
Next out, we have a face we have definitely seen before at this competition. It's Kim Beck Gunderson, Norway. Looking for 200 to open his account. Now, he just missed the podium
I was
last
going
year.
to say, he's been very close so many times. He's plenty of bronze, a few silvers in there, but I don't think he's ever made the gold,
think-
has he?
I think he's got a few bronzes in the
Good lift. We
equipped,
stay at
but in
200
the raw,
kilos. Bar
then
is
he's
loaded
consistently
for
hit 4th place.
Shinichiro
Could this be his
Takahashi
year
of
to
Japan.
Well,
finally make the
He's
podium
certainly in
classic?
the mix, isn't he? And it's very difficult to
I
do both
wouldn't
raw and
believe it, but
equipped.
it says he's
It's a
45
very
years
different
old.
line. It is tough, but that was a great lift. Shinichiro Takahashi, Japan, also for 200 kilos, 440 pounds.
We've seen some great lifters from Japan this week.
I think Takahashi is the final member of Team Japan to lift. He lifted in the Masters 1 actually last year, and he was the Masters 1 champion. That's age 40 to 49.
Here he is in the opens at the top of the table with them as well. I mean, he's in those top 5.
Now, he did draw a yellow card failure from the centre referee. I wondered if he'd jumped the press command. He went very quickly.
And obviously that's not something we can see on the replay.
And the jury has overruled. He did indeed start his press before the centre referee gave the command.
That is a no lift for Takahashi.
Now, here is one of the men competing at the very front. We have 4 lifters that have a chance of making the gold medal. This is Bogdan Bon, Ukraine. He was the 2021 world champion, silver medalist in 22. I don't think he lifted. Oh, he did, silver medalist as well last year.
And the lift is good, 2-1. Raise
got a red
Now,
card there.
he's been called on elbow depth from the centre referee. So if we can see that back from the front,
Shakatov of Kazakhstan.
maybe his
26
left
years old,
arm
he's
may
been
be
competing 12
borderline.
years.
I've
Well.
just got my eye on the jury,
Bar is
and they're
loaded.
still discussing it. And they've overruled.
So there's
That's
a
no lift for Bogdan Bon.
That is a no lift.
That
for
changes
Bob
things
Yeah,
massively.
puts a bit of a
No
dent in his
lift
plan, doesn't it?
At 210.
This is Javlan Shokatov, Kazakhstan, for 210. Now the bench press rule, the elbow rule, did change. It only came in last year, so some of the lifters are still adjusting their technique to make sure that the bottom of their elbows is at least parallel to the centre of the shoulder joint. 210 kilos for Shokatov.
That is a good lift for Zablan. Raise the bar to 215.
Yellow card infraction, Gary, from the side.
Yeah, I've been
so
interested to see what it's for.
Galdan. Bar is loaded. Orgabald hails from Mongolia.
I can't really see the butt come off. He may have been caught for his... It did look like his heel wasn't down properly, but I think that was actually the shape of the shoe.
2-1 is good enough, and that is a good lift for Shokatov. And here's Orgilbul Galdan, Mongolia. He was the 2023 world champion. He is defending his title here today, opening with 215. Nice and easy there for Galdan,
Yeah, it looks good.
and that's why he's the defending world champion.
Do we have thumb? That is an easy attempt. The lift is good. Next weight, 217.5 is loaded.
You can see he brings his chest up to the bar, keeps his position really well. Now here's Josef Eriksson, Sweden. He has been lifting in the 105 kilo class up to now, but he has dropped into the 93s this year.
Josef is 32.
Yeah, we're interested to see how he takes to that.
Half his life.
Dropping some kilos can really impact your bench, and it generally impacts your bench a lot more than any other lift.
Well, that's 217.5 kilos.
The lift is good.
Moving very well for
Shrinking
Eriksson,
down to 90
and he's
kilos.
top of
We
the
are gonna
table.
Start round 2. Orlando Palomino will be our lifter of Peru. Bar is loaded and ready.
You see his position does not deviate
Yep.
one bit.
Ladies
Stays
and
tight all the
gentlemen,
way
keep
through.
the applause coming. You're sounding fantastic.
So that's Eriksson in the lead with 217.5, Galdan with 215, Shokatov with 210, Bogdan yet to make a lift. Round 2 is underway, and this is Orlando Palomino, Peru, for 90.
The lift is good. He is 2 for 2.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he's carried an
140.
injury
Our lifter
after
is Angel
getting here, because
Dominguez.
he's
Bar is
usually
loaded
lifting
and ready.
mid 100s,
Angel
130,
is from
140.
Panama. Opened up at 132.
It does happen sometimes. The lifter travels all the way here and they give themselves a minor injury in warm-up and can't quite perform to their maximum. Here's Angel Dominguez, Panama, for 140. A little bit loose on the chest there, but he got it back to the
just
top.
Sort of wobbled all over the place, a little bit of lateral movement. He managed to recover really well because it is very difficult to recover from that.
Our next weight is loaded and ready. 165 for Gabriel Schmidt of Brazil.
Next out is Gabriel Schmidt, Brazil. Looking for 165. He's taken quite a modest increase.
Yeah,
Only 5 kilos.
in the 93s is not really a very large jump at all. When you talk about jumps on percentage of body weight, 5 kilos in a 93 isn't very much. Exactly to work.
It was
Yeah,
the
I was
right
just gonna
call,
say,
though, wasn't it?
I think it's dipping.
Load the bar to 170
Just ran out of steam
for
halfway
Isaac
up.
Flores.
He just seemed to hit a wall, didn't he?
Bar is loaded.
Just needs
for
more
Isaac
speed.
Flores, 170.
Yeah, I'm
On
not
the
sure if
press
he
command.
made a mistake. It just seemed too heavy.
Taking a big 10-kilo jump.
Ishak Flores, Mexico, now for 170. Just move him up a couple of places.
Easy weight. Our next
3 white lights,
will
and
be
that is a good
172.5. Bar is loaded for Patrick Gregorowski.
Going by the crowd, I have a feeling an Australian is on the way out.
And we have an Australian on the bench. It's Patrick
He
Gregorowski,
was successful
Australia
at
for 172.5.
165.
Made short work of 165.
He certainly did. I almost expected a 10-kilo increase, but he's gone on the conservative side. And very easy opening lift.
We move on to
A second lift, and I think that was a good decision. A little bit conservative. Probably could have done the 10, but playing it safe.
Bar is loaded for
First
David.
competition.
And then our next Australian is out. It's David Hoffman. He's taken 10 kilos up to 175. That's around 385 pounds.
Oh, great lift.
Really nice.
You know, if you're pressing 175 kilos clean like that, you're in a very small percentage of people in the world.
It is ready for Jacob Rees Nielsen of Denmark. Where are
Started
my
to
fans
show the
from
effort, though.
Denmark?
Yeah, it's just
Seems
starting to
shaking
shine.
a little bit.
I think a 5 kilo increase on the next would probably be where I would go if I was coaching.
Here's Jakob Rees Nielsen, Denmark. 197.5 on the bar.
Oh, he's had
That
to
is
fight
a
and just
no-lift.
couldn't
Good
quite
catch
get
by
it
the
there.
spotters. Our next weight, 200
Brought it to a
kilos.
standstill. He's just got his hand in his
he's
back.
clenching his back a little bit. I just wonder if he just twinged a little.
Takahashi of
Maybe just a
Japan.
little bit of cramp.
Missed
Let's
this on
hope
his
he
opener.
isn't injured.
We would love to see
More
him
than
get on
likely
the
a cramp.
scoreboard.
It's really easy to happen. The weather's hot here as well. You're going to keep really well hydrated.
Here is the first of 2 lifters yet to get a lift in. This is Shinichiro Takahashi, Japan, repeating the 200 he missed first time around.
Now, did he miss on elbow depth?
I think he was. We've had 2 miss on
There was
elbow
a
depth, haven't we?
technical error,
It's
yeah.
Bon and Takahashi.
From that angle, that looks a lot deeper.
That is a strong lockout and a good lift. Our next weight, 202.5.
With 3 whites, he gets that on the board.
It is loaded and ready for Marco Piatov Graus
Here's Marco Piedet Krauser, Germany, for 202.5. Taking 7.5 kilo increment, and this will move him up to 4th. Now, unfortunately, it looks like Nielsen was injured. He has scratched his 3rd attempt.
You know, and it's quite possible that he's just felt a little twinge. It's not a major injury, but he's decided to scratch to make sure he doesn't get too hurt.
Oh, he hits a wall. It looked like it had gone most of the way, and he just couldn't quite drive it back.
Loaded and ready for Ryan Baylark of the United States.
Yeah, he was nearly there, but
Oh, it was
couldn't
so
quite
close
finish
to the
off.
top.
Where are my USA fans? It is time to clap your hands.
This is Ryan Baylark, USA, for 202.5. Now, that's quite a big jump, 12.5 kilos.
It is, but when you're talking, when you're up in the 200 kilo realm, you know, we talk body weight, but it's also about the weight you're handling as well. When you're up in the 200, 220 sort of range, 10, 12, 15 kilos is nothing as a percentage of what weight's already on the bar.
Certainly didn't seem to trouble him.
No, it didn't at all, did it? He has a great solid position on the bench too, doesn't he?
Kasia Fazam, Canada now for 205, to move up to 4th place with quite a few lifters still to go. That was a solid second attempt.
Looks good. He gets a red with the yellow card there from the side referee. Could be a number of different infractions.
Bar is loaded for Bohdan Ban of Ukraine.
I can see why a side referee might have given a yellow card there.
But I think he was still in contact.
No, the butt
all the
stayed
way
in
through.
contact from one side. It did look though.
Now here's Bogdan Bon, Ukraine. He missed on elbow depth first time out. He's taking the same weight again, which I think is smart. It's a tough thing to adjust for mid-competition though. No, he can handle the weight easily, but what and he's on the board. 3 white lights. Everyone's got to lift in.
The bar is loaded for Kim Beck.
Leaves him a little bit behind on his plan though.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to come into a competition like this with plan A, plan B, plan C, and even a plan D at times.
He's got a very experienced coaching team around him. This is Kim Beck Gunderson, Norway, for 210.
To go from 7th to the bronze medal position with 210.
This will move him ahead of Bon because he's lighter on body weight. It's a great bencher.
And the lift is good. Loads the bar to 215.
Javlan Shaukatov is out next for 215.
Shaukatov.
Kazakhstan lifter.
Bar is loaded and ready.
Yeah, this will shoot him up
from
into the bronze
Kazakhstan.
medal position from 5th as well, so he really wants to get this one on the board. If he puts this on, he
will
puts himself in
attempt
a
to knock
really
Beck
good position,
Gunderson
great
off
opportunity
the podium.
to be going after a podium finish.
Coached by his father.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. It's his father there. A great opportunity to be, father and son.
It's
Coaching
great
a
having your
lifter.
dad in your corner, isn't it?
He wants to get a wiggle on though.
Looks like there's going to be a real fight for podium places here. 5, 6 lifters in contention. Ooh,
He's got it at the
right
top. I don't know if that bar was straight all the way though.
The judges say it's a
One
good
center
lift.
referee, and it's actually on elbows, is it?
It's on elbows, yeah. That red card indicator means it's on elbow depth. Now it's fine to
That's
lock out
okay.
unevenly,
It
and he
hasn't dipped. It's uneven.
did get to
That's
lock out
fine.
in the end.
He is currently in the silver
think that's
medal
all right.
position. He will go for the gold with this attempt.
Yep, jury are happy with that, so that's fine. He is now in 3rd place. And here's the man in second place, looking to get ahead of Eriksson. It's Orgilbol Galdan, Mongolia.
So in regards to the bar movement, it can stop, it can come up unevenly, it just can't go back down. And that's the whole bar that has to come back down for it to be an infraction.
This is 222.5 kilos to move ahead of Eriksson. This is the 2023 world champion and the 2023 champion from the weight class above, who's dropped down.
Oh, that looked like an opener.
That is a strong
He
attempt, and
smoked
is in
that.
first place.
He's on form today.
He
certainly is.
For Josef Eriksson of Sweden.
And that's the difficulty with
Bar is
bench
loaded.
press. You train
Josef
for months and months and months,
We're trying
and then
to
you
knock
have to be on
Galdan
your
out of
best
first
day,
place.
and you get 60 seconds on the platform to put down your best work.
Yeah, look, and it's such a fragile lift
This
too.
is
I
a
mean, you
battle for the
can
top spot right
you
here.
can be affected by hydration, carbohydrate intake, altitude.
And all that's affected by the travel. These
Yeah.
lifters have travelled from all over the world. And here's Josef Eriksson, great bencher, all the way from Sweden, looking for 225 to get back into the lead. And it's
he's
a
hitting
tough
a
one.
wall. I think he's hit his limit.
And once again, we
He's
have
back
a
in the
new
lead, but
leader.
how much more has he
The
got?
list
It
is
looked to
good.
me like
Stripping
Galdan had
down
more in
to
the tank,
100 kilos.
but Eriksson
Orlando
maybe not.
Palomino will be our lifter.
But what grit and determination
Bar
to
is
fight
loaded
through.
for Orlando. He will attempt to go 3 for 3 here at the World Championships.
Eriksson is leading from Galdan from
Third attempt,
Sharkatov.
folks. If you like
as
what
we
you
move
see,
into the
clap
third
those
round.
hands for these lifters.
And in the third round, it's Orlando Palomino from Peru.
That is a no
And
lift.
100 kilos
We
was
raise the
just
bar
a
to
step too far.
145.
Yeah, I think he's carried an injury. I think he's gotten here. He's been doing some little bit of training, some warm up, and hit a bit of an injury, I'd say.
Bar is loaded for Enhel.
And Joe just pointed out Eriksson has put in a 250. Now that is a placeholder
That's
because
definitely
you
a
can change
placeholder,
your last attempt twice.
He's just making the statement there that he wants to go last. He wants to see what everyone else has done and have a crack at it. But we've got Angel Dominguez from Panama now for 145.
Oh, he's putting the fight, but I don't think it's going to go, and it's
Came up
not.
a little short, but
Can't
let's give
say
it
he
up
didn't give that his best
for
effort.
Enhel. 165 is our next weight. Gabriel Schmidt is our lifter. Bar is loaded for Gabriel Schmidt of Brazil.
Gabriel Schmidt now, Brazil. Now he missed 165 last time. It just seemed too heavy.
Yeah, look, we talk about timing and everything all the time, and if you don't get it exactly right, it can just seem too heavy. If he gets it all right, like that,
And that's a perfect example, Gary. Because of course, if you put a lift in and you can't do it,
yeah,
then you can't go down.
no, you're stuck there. So you've got to be very careful with your lift selection. And we quite often see people opening too heavy.
He is attempting to go from 13th to 11th. Jury has overruled
The jury
the
has
last lift.
overruled
Well,
Schmidt.
that was a yellow
165
card
for
infraction, so any
was a
number
no
of
lift.
things.
Yeah, that can cover grip, foot movement, head movement, butt lift. There's a lot of things that the yellow card covers.
Yeah, yellow card is sort of your mixed bag of infractions, isn't it?
Ishak Flores, 177.5 on the bar.
And again, being handled by another world
Isaac
champion.
Flores.
Now he's got a red card from
Our
the
next
centre
weight
for
is
elbow
180
depth.
for
So
David
let's see
Hoffman.
that back from the front.
Bar is loaded for David.
I think that looks okay from where I'm sitting.
The jury are not taking an interest. That is a good lift. And here's David Hoffman, Australia, for 180. Took 165, 175.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Gone up another
Australia
5
is
for his
in the
final
Big
house.
lift.
It was a tough one, but he's got it.
And the lift is good. We stay at 180.
That
Bar
pleased
is
the
loaded
Australian crowd.
For Patrick Grigorowski.
Well, they're going to get louder.
Patrick Gregorowski is out next. For 180 kilos.
Oh, I think he could have gone 182 and a half.
For Patrick, we go to 205.
What
The
a great
Aussies
lift.
have done brilliantly
Bar
there.
is
Both got all
loaded.
3 lifts in.
Look, their whole week, their lift selection, and for such a young team, I'm extremely impressed with their lift selection.
He is attempting to go from 9th to 6th
Marco
place
Piedeth Krauser,
with 205.
Germany, for 205. Now he missed 202.5. He's going to go up.
Yeah, I think his decision to go up is trying to push through the rankings a bit. Like we said earlier, you might only ever get one shot at the World Championship. You're going to try and rank as high as you can. No, it's just not going to go there, is it?
Again, it just ground to a halt in the about the same place. We do ask that you keep hold of the bar though and help the spotters back in with it. It's a brilliant spotting crew, but they're not expecting you to let go of 200 and odd kilos.
Yeah, it's a lot to grab onto if someone lets go of it.
He is trying to go perfect
Kasia
on the
Fazam,
day.
Canada now for 210 to move up to 4th place.
And it is a
Just
no
hits the
lift for
wall there.
Cassiar.
You know, it
Weight
wasn't that long
remains
ago
at
that
210
210
for
kilos
Ryan
would get you a
Baylor.
gold medal in the 90s.
Bar is
Those
loaded.
days are past,
He
Gary.
is from the United States of America. His final attempt of the World Championships.
Just could not get that moving again. Here's Ryan Baylock, USA, for 210.
Oh, he's fighting. I think he's going to get there.
It's
Ah,
all over
just
the
not
place.
Give
quite.
it up for him. 215 is
What
our
an
next
effort, though.
weight.
That was not far off.
No, he
A
has done
kilo less
really
and he
well.
would have nailed that.
Is loaded and ready
Fought
for
it
Shinichiro
backwards and
Takahashi
forwards,
of
left and
Japan.
right, wouldn't go.
He is attempting to go from 8th place to the bronze medal position right here with the 215. Can he make the podium?
Shinichiro Takahashi missed his first, repeated it at 200, gone up to 215 for his final lift. He's worked hard this week, that coach. He's been on nearly every session.
Yeah, I was just looking over there, and there are so many coaches this week that have been out there. They've lifted, and then they're coaching every single session. Yeah, that was never coming off his chest, was it?
Let's hear
I think it was a bit ambitious to take a 15-kilo leap to his
our
top
next
one.
weight, 217.5, is loaded and ready for Bohdan Ban of Ukraine. He will attempt to make the podium.
Yeah, even on the way down, it looked
and
like
go
it was a
from
bit
fifth
much.
to the bronze medal.
So this is Bogdan Bon. He's had his game plan completely put in the bin by missing his first on elbow depth. He nailed it on his second. Got up to 217.5 to try to take third place.
Yeah, I think 217.5 was probably what he was planning on doing for his second lift.
And I think it was the right number.
Yeah, I think he's adjusted his technique a little bit. You saw him sink into the chest a little bit further there.
He has
Still
just
got a
made
red
the podium.
card, though.
We'll see for how long.
So the jury are
Our
going to
weight
take a
is
look at
loaded
that.
and ready,
It
217.5
looks okay
for
from here, and they've
Bon
sat back. That is a good lift. Bon is in third place, but there are two lifters coming out that are going to try and take that from him.
Right here.
Here's Kim Beck Gunderson looking to come past on body
Attempting to
weight.
unseat
Well.
Ban of Ukraine.
If anyone can, it's him. Oh, he's still driving. I don't think it's going to go, though.
He
Just
fought that
not
for
there.
a
Not
long
quite
time.
there.
Fights of the event. Load the bar to 220.
Bon clings on to his bronze medal for the moment. But here
Bar
comes
is loaded at
Javlan
220 for Zavlan
Shokatov from
We will see if
Kazakhstan
he
for
can
220.
seat
I
Ban
think
of
220 is a
Ukraine
stretch. His
for the
215 looked hard.
But there's a bronze medal in
Well,
it.
and that's true. You get a sniff of a medal or a podium finish, it can sort of
And he's fired up.
give you that extra.
Look at him. He's brought his energy levels right up. He's going to give this everything he's got. No,
Not today, though,
unfortunately.
unfortunately. He gave it a
Load
big
the bar
effort,
to
though.
227.5 for Orgabal
Two lifts
Galvan
remain in this session.
of Mongolia.
Josef Eriksson's currently
Bar
got
is
250 in as his attempt. We don't expect him to come out for that.
This is
No,
for the
he's just
gold
put them in.
medal,
He wanted to
folks.
really
just
force
wants to be
Galvan to go
last, yeah.
first.
Because that's smart, because he's
Trying to
in
go from
front.
silver to
Galdan
gold
has to
with
come past him.
227.5.
And here comes Orgilbol Galdan from Mongolia for 227.5 to sneak past Eriksson.
I honestly think 227.5 is in him.
I do. He's looked really great today.
Yeah,
And
I
his
mean,
222 was, yeah, I definitely think he's got this.
he's lifted this before.
But of course, being strong enough isn't good enough. You have to perform the lift to the technical rules and get it exactly right. And when you've got your max weight in your hands, it's hard to get it exactly right.
Oh, great lift.
Oh, baby, it's up.
Does he get the three? He
It's
does.
up. We have a new leader.
He moves ahead, and Eriksson has already changed his attempt to 230.
Bar is loaded with 230 kilos.
So Galdan is in the lead. We have one lift remaining.
Yeah, look, and it's tough for Eriksson as well because he's heavier than Galvan, so he has to
Has to do
outlift.
more. And he had the lower lot numbers, so
He
he
has
couldn't
no
drop to the
choice but
same
to do
weight.
230 as a minimum.
His 225 looked tough though.
His 225 looked like it almost wasn't going to get there,
Final
so
lift of the day.
But
Yeah.
he's guaranteed the silver medal.
certainly is.
There's no way you'd prevent him from going for the gold.
And just
It was
not
a
quite there.
valiant effort
It
though.
certainly was. I thought for a moment he was going to get that there.
Hey, don't go away. We'll
So
be
you watch
right
our
back with the
final lift back.
awards.
It moved well off the chest, but just ground to a halt. So that means that Orgilbol Galdan from Mongolia is your new 93 kilo world champion with 227.5 kilos. Josef Eriksson from Sweden takes the silver with 225, and Bogdan Bon, Ukraine, takes the bronze with 217.5. What a battle, Gary.
Absolutely fantastic way to finish. It's just been an amazing week of lifting so far, and there's more to come tomorrow.
We're only a third of the way through the competition. There's tons of great lifting to come. We're going to have the medal ceremony coming up very soon. I hope you'll stick around for that. And we have more great lifting for you tomorrow. Join us then.
Give them a nice round of applause, folks. $93-kilo men's division open competitors, come on out. All right. We begin with the 69-kilo women's open division. In the bronze medal position with a lift of 115 kilos from Denmark, Catherine Forsberg. Our silver medalist from Sweden, Elsa Marin Karlsson. And your champion by virtue of body weight, lifting 117.5 kilos from Croatia, Andrea Petric. I ask that you all rise, please remove your caps for the playing of the Croatian national anthem. Congratulations, ladies. Very well done. We move on to the men's 93-kilo open division. Our bronze medalist from Ukraine, Bohdan Ban. Our silver medalist from Sweden, Josef Eriksson. And for the gold medal with a 227.5 from Mongolia, Orgabold Gelden. And I ask once again, if you would all please rise and remove your caps for the Mongolian national anthem. And I want to give a very big thanks to your very own IPF president, Gaston Parage, for presenting the awards. Thank you, Gaston. All right. Alain Hamag will lead them out. Let's give them one final round of applause.